Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld episode 455. You may notice this is not the jungle we ended off yesterday. It's because that jungle didn't like me. In fact, most of this jungle didn't like me. So here we are, there we go. Why does pressing F3 the first time not pop it up? Anyways, now what happened was I found a different area of the world. If we go off in that direction, I, I can't remember. I don't remember what was that way, but I know that way, if we kept going forward, we'd end up at the properly generating Disco Mountains. Howdy, howdy, howdy to you as well. Yeah. Anyways, this area worked well enough, and I know if we go back that way, we'd stumble upon the Beta 1.9 Sky Islands. Also picked up a raw chicken. I don't know where that came from. There is the remains of a chicken not too far from here. But anyways, here we are, 1.17 plus, because this is not vanilla 1.17, since vanilla 1.17 would not have loaded the world. So I made some magic happen. Did you know half of technology is magic? I found a solution that worked that did not soft lock the world. So we're over here instead. I sort of chose an area close to what seemed to function properly. So this is where I ended up. Here we are chopping down trees because we're gonna set up an outpost. We have cave exploring to do, but we're gonna set up an outpost. So we're just gonna chop down some trees in the area. Then I think we're gonna move along this way. Maybe I should mark this area. I probably should have marked whatever block I was on specifically. I know what I can do. We're gonna dig a hole. Don't worry, it's not gonna be a big old deep pit. We're just gonna go down to here. Don't remember if this is exactly where I spawned, but this is gonna make it blatantly obvious that, hey, this is where we started. Okay, I do have my sleeping bag on me, but it would be wise to get another one set up at the outpost. Let's pick up all of this, and then I think we're all good. Just another Thursday is correct. Howdy, welcome back. Not much special today, other than we're gonna be chilling at this outpost for a while. We have stuff to collect. I don't even have the 1.17 block list on me. Oops. That's okay. Howdy, Paul, as well. Welcome back. I'm not digging a creeper hole. I'm just digging an area that I know this is where I spawned in. I like marking spawn in as many worlds as I can, because if not, I'm going to lose track of where I started. So let's just start plopping down some torches, I guess, because I need coal. Hey, look, copper. I gotta fix a lot of the textures. I haven't done anything on the resource pack yet because I gotta fix the world before fixing the textures. And howdy to you as well. Welcome back. It doesn't look like a creeper hole to me. It's too perfect. It's too much like a pyramid. And I already feel the difference. This cave feels wide. Feels like there's a lot more of it as well. Either way, we're gonna do some basic resource collection here. Before I go down farther, let me find... we're just gonna do this real fast. Alright, leaves, you started to decay, because I could use saplings. You know what I should have done? I should have brought one of my mini crafting tables with me. I'm not going home. Too much of a travel to do. We're going home, I don't know, eventually. Later in 1.17. Since we have 1.17 stuff to do. And I'm looking around, seeing if there are any other items. I'm picking up these saplings and whatnot. Only got 7 sticks though. I never mistook Lapis for diamonds. At least not that I remember. Maybe I just had better color contrast on the monitors I've used in the past. There's There's an animation mineshaft by Mineworks, I believe. At least that's what they were back then. It was the 3D animated music video for the song Mineshaft, the Minecraft parody of Payphone. I don't know how much of this coal I need, but I can always use more coal. And let's get the copper. Hopefully once I got all the world stuff sorted out, I'll be able to focus on the resource pack again. If not diamond, why diamond shaped? You see, that's the thing. Lapis isn't diamond shaped. The lapis texture is distinct. It's distinct from diamond because it has more color to it compared to iron, gold, diamond, and redstone. I think compared to redstone. Who buzzed me? Is it important? No. Howdy, Koski. Welcome back. Same shape as a turtle egg? I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen the turtle egg in forever. I see you. I saw the green bean. I see zombies as well. Or is there a good place to go down? I think it was back in this direction. Copper golems make sense. They were on the mob vote. Copper tools, I think to myself, do they not have any other uses for copper? Were there that many people who wanted copper tools? Those are probably the same people who wanted emerald tools. I think to myself, I'd rather have more unique uses for copper because iron is still superior because of its availability. Yes, finally 1.17. Why do you wish there were copper buckets? My inventory is full. I've made a mistake. Oops, so much for exploring. We just got here. I've only been mining 5 minutes, if even. Alright, well, I guess the game plan now is to come back later before I go searching. Is iron not early game? How difficult is it to find iron these days? What is this ground thingy? You haven't seen the XP system that YouTube implemented for reasons unbeknownst to everyone here? The current theories is that it's based on watch time of this particular stream. Whoever has the most watch time of the stream. I should say you gain XP from watching the stream, and so whoever has the highest XP is crowned number 1. I've never really seen books look like ice cream sandwiches. I understand where people are coming from, I just never have made that visual comparison. But we're going to head off in this direction a little bit, because I have more exploring to do. I want to set up my outpost. Here was a considered idea, but I think it was right over there. Each message sent gives 25 XP. Well, that can't be right. Because people are only at 75 XP, 3 messages. I still haven't looked at YouTube Studio. No, chicken, this isn't for you. Here we go, this is what I was thinking. There is an image in my mind for how I want to do this, but I've done poorly in the past. We're going to try again. I've always preferred alpha over beta. It has a cooldown. Well, that's not intuitive unless it tells us. You only get 75 for a certain time period, so it's messages and not watch time. Why would... If it increments in 25, this system seems kind of puzzling. Oh, I could have just walked into here. Not helpful. I'm trying to find a good way to get over there, but I don't know if there is. I'll find... I have geodes generated. Magic. As time passed, I've gotten used to the attacking cooldown. Maybe I should start on top. I need a way to get up there. I should build a staircase. I feel like if people are maximizing YouTube XP, would they not just keep sending messages continually? That way, the messages send right as the cooldown is completed. There, we start here. And now we have storage. Cool, so I can start sorting my stuff out. Alright, let me just toss everything real fast. Alright, cool. I'll take those. I could always use more torches. Alright, now I have a little area established. Let me get going on a furnace, because we have stuff to cook up. We have a whole stack of copper. Let's start. Boop. Alright, I don't know what my plans are for the outpost, but it'd be nice if I could do something multi-leveled. Let's just clean up this area real fast, and then I think I'll be all set. So I have food, I have some torches. Maybe I should take more sticks with me. I could go more tree chopping. The world's already deeper because I had to make sure that the world from the yesterday's snapshot was the same size. I could have, theoretically, using another data pack that took more advantage. It had a even taller and deeper world. But I decided to just stick to the vanilla size. It has a help button. By chatting, stickers, and super chatting. I'm pretty sure stickers are not a membership thing. Monetized thing, perhaps. I currently don't have super chats enabled. I don't even know who would give me money on here. The old dispenser texture where the instead of having the two dots, it was the two diagonal lines. I've seen the Minecraft movie twice in theaters, and now I own it on 4K and Blu-ray. I haven't rewatched it since I acquired it, but I went through all the extras. I was kind of hoping they would include the Block Party edition, but I'm a little sad they didn't. For all I know, that edition will never be released again. That would be rather unfortunate. They changed the flint and steel texture compared to what it used to be. It's because the flint texture changed, and so the flint and steel texture changed with the updated flint texture. I think that's what happened. Of course, this was way back in InDev, so this was a long time ago. Alright, well, we're done chopping down trees. Truth be told, I mostly just wanted the sticks. And now that I have more sticks, we'll be heading back down to the caves. So what if it only adds the subtitles? It's a unique special edition. It would have been easy then, depending on how they did the text, to have it be a separate subtitle track. There are only 3 subtitle tracks I think the movie has. I was also surprised the extras had subtitles as well. I feel like a lot of the extra features I've seen on other DVDs and Blu-rays, the extras don't get subtitled. Well, this time they did, and it brought happiness. Alright, that didn't go anywhere, but I saw coal here, so we're gonna grab all this. I'll probably leave. Nah, I'll take all of this. We're starting at a brand new outpost. Time to totally stockpile on all the resources around here. Oh, I'll take more sticks. I think now for sure I will head back to where I was mining initially. That seems like a positive cave system, I'd like to hope. Seems like it was making good progress on there. Alright, back we go. Howdy Zeb, welcome back. Alright, I feel like already, compared to before, there's a lot of open cave systems here on the entrance. There's a lot of caves that have their entrance on the surface. It's probably worded better. I'm pretty sure that's one of the changes. So let me try to find this one. And I just have to remember where I went down at. That looks like a good place to go. Have I found amethyst? No. I haven't been exploring in caves that long. I've also started working on my outpost. Also, I'm gonna need to find something find something to do with all this copper. Or I could just leave most of it. I'm pretty sure because of how common copper is, that's the reason why you can't build beacons out of it. Oh well. Why would I want to make copper armor though? I don't need to spend the copper on that. I already have the armorer. Copper armor is not going to be useful for anyone with old worlds. Unless you're trying to collect all the items. I feel like with how small copper golems are, they won't be that expensive. Lightning rods will be useful though, although I don't know how many I need to make. Of course, I could always just build a giant roof over all my stuff. Now, that roof would be even higher up. I feel like I haven't done too many builds that have a wooden roof. Most of my stuff is stone-based roofs. Alright, we're almost at the bottom here. We're going to keep going forward for consistency. For the block museum, I'm just going to have to put the wax versions, because if I unwax it, then it's not going to stick around. I should say if I leave it unwaxed, it'll eventually oxidize, and I don't want to continually go back there and scrape off the oxidization. My current plan is to just put the waxed versions of each. Bye-bye, green bean. And now we found iron. And look, we have raw iron by now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure yesterday we didn't have the raw iron and gold, I think. Hire a truck. Today is trash day. I can't remember when the raw forms for the ores were added. But now I get to enjoy fortune on them. Hooray. I was kind of hoping there'd be a cave that connected somewhere around the bottom of here, but I'm not seeing any. I might find a geode. I don't know how low or how high geodes spawn at. I don't know what the spawning conditions are. I've played very little 1.17 survival in new areas, because I have a dedicated 1.17 world, at least it's 1.17 currently, that's in survival. Population Zelinator. So most of my time on there is on the surface. Hello. What else is new? We got Grimstone and its variants, and the Grimstone ores, of which I'll need to collect because I have Silk Touch. I'm not going to worry about Silk Touch copper ore right now because copper's abundant. I can always get more. But the other stuff is going to be farther down. Any level can spawn geodes. That doesn't seem right. I have a hard time believing you could find geodes up in the mountains. Unless it technically can, of which that I would be surprised. I'll need to wait around till 1.18 to see how the cave systems are, because we don't have official caves. Okay, I'm probably just going to block off the lava for now. Here, I'll use the stone that's been cobbled. I don't know what I'll do with the other stone types, but I'll just hold on to it. We do have glow lichen, that's new. I didn't really pay attention to the whole blocks and items list in 1.17. We technically have the ability to craft bundles, but because bundles aren't officially implemented, we're going to hold off on that. I don't even know if the bundle recipe changes by the time we fully get them implemented. Alright, what level are we at? 19. We're getting there. We're getting to where I want to be. And that's down, down, down. Where all the new stuff is at. We just have more exploring to do. Yeah, what's the server running at? Some hiccups, but it's going alright. Performance will be better when we hit 1.17.1, as I'll be adding a couple performance-based mods, like 1.16.5. I see it. I see some new stuff. I also see a flower. So weird to me to find flowers this far down. Anyways, let's get the goods. Cobbled Grimstone. Good job, me of the past. I already updated the language file. At first I thought I didn't do that yet. I'm probably not going to grab too much right here because there's still plenty more to explore. I feel so close. We're so close to finding a cave that goes down. We're just not there quite yet. Ah, dead end. I also don't know what the ore distribution is at. I don't think we have 1.18 ore distribution levels. Unless we do. No, we wouldn't have the finalized version. This was too early. The development history between 1.17 and 18 is complicated. Ah, this doesn't go down? Am I gonna have to find another cave? Alright, do I mine the coal? Probably. Let me just make more torches real fast. And away we go. That's a dead end. We're so close. Hold on, how far down did this even go? -1. So we are right there. This just barely made it, though. Thankfully, there are more caves around here. That gives me more opportunities to find another one that would drop down. That's floating gravel. Oh, you seeing this? I see dripstone. I'll take this, don't mind me. There were 3-pointed dripstone? For some reason I thought there was only 2 there. Hello! So if this is dripstone... Oh, dripstone block and pointed. I see now. That's a buzz. Is that important? Probably not. It can wait. Fun fact about one of the old 1.17 videos, 17 or 18, can't remember. One of the Caves and Cliffs video showcases, which very well could have been Minecraft Live. The only way I remember the difference between the stalactite and stalagmite was hold on tight to the stalactite. Never thought of it like that before, but it makes sense. And hey, if you remember, you remember. Because I'm pretty sure it was Agnes who said that. That's how she remembered. I feel like with how full my inventory is, it might be time to head up. There's so much to explore. Oh yeah, is there a way to collect these? Do I just use shears or something? Those aren't shears. Ow. Because I feel like Silk Touch on the glow lichen wouldn't make sense. Ah, I don't want your bow. Come on, man, I don't need that. Well, I guess I'll try picking it up later. Alright, where are we? 19. I feel like the ore distribution has indeed changed because I'm not finding what you would expect to find at this layer. What they probably did was just drop down the ores towards the bottom of the world. I don't know all the technical changes because they redid ore distribution multiple times, just like how they redid cave and surface generation multiple times. So we're currently having the generation that was available right as right before 1.17 fully released. So then I think a week later or so, or a few days later, they started the 1.18 experimental snapshots. And I was kind of surprised. I was looking at the version list. I think there's only the first 1.18 experimental snapshot available in the launcher or whatever. I thought that was kind of interesting. Alright, anyways, let's keep on heading up as I try to find a good way out of here. I don't even know where I came from. I'm gonna be very lost in these caves. I for sure have not been in this ravine much, other than down there. I'd rather not staircase, but that might end up being what happens. We're at 50, so we're not too far down. Do I allow the cave to flood? Perhaps I do. That's in the event that we pop out underwater. And my inventory is full again. I also kind of feel like it's going to be nighttime. Maybe I should have left my bed. Should have left my bed at the outpost. Alright, cool, it's daytime. Where are we? Oh, I know where we are. Let me mark this spot real fast. Y'all know me and my cobblestone pillars, because I tend to build these very frequently. One more. Y'all know me in even numbers. Alright, there we go. So we are here. There we go. There's where I've been. I've started my outpost and stuff. Zoop. Splash down. Alright, away we go. I should probably start figuring out what I want to do for the outpost. I don't really have an image in my mind. Maybe I should do something with all the new blocks. Maybe I should build something out of copper and expect it to turn green, because I'm not going to spend the honey waxing them. How do you even wax the copper blocks? Is there a dedicated wax, or do you just use honey on them? Because I don't remember. We are, as time passes, my knowledge of Minecraft grows less because I don't play new versions much. Alright, so let's just toss everything. I'll sort it out later. If that's all done cooking, now I have another stack to throw in there. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the bed there. In fact, hold on. If I have the bed there, sun rises in the east. So I'm gonna put my bed right here, right at the cliffside. So that way I'll get to enjoy a moonrise. But we're gonna run back to the pillar real fast because there was dirt I want to pick up. Most people probably would not view the dirt as valuable since there's dirt all over the place, alongside grass that can be turned, or grass that can be turned dirt. There we go. Almost had a soak touch moment. Are those a random? I see. It was the shattered savanna or whatever it's called over there. That's what name I liked, and that's the name that I stuck with. Because I'm pretty sure now it's called windswept. That doesn't sound as cool. But yeah, that was another area I was considering setting up an outpost at. What happened to the Cheez-It counter? Oh, you're right. I was recording videos, so I turned it off there, and I never turned it back on. It's still at 2. The cheese counter will go away when I get to the next series after this one. How much dirt was there? 6. Yeah, most people would not find 6 dirt valuable. But yeah, no dirt left behind. You know what I could do if I just went absolute ham with all the copper I could find? I could make the entire house out of copper. The only thing is right now, there aren't many copper block variations. You've got the copper block slabs and stairs, I think, but you don't have stuff like the grates, the bulbs, whatever else gets added in later versions. Alright, while we are here, let me take some of these, and we're going to make more sticks, because I need more torches. Except at this point, with the amount of exploring I have to do. Alright, I'll leave the shears, flint and steel, the minecart, the boat. I didn't mean to keep the slime ball with me, oops. I'm thinking one more mining trip, and then we'll be good. We're going to keep the book on me. That book is special. And then the sticks are for when I grab coal, make more torches and all that. So now we should be all set. And make sure my preview's back to live. Also making sure Dungeons and Dragons was on. Alright, back we go. Cave exploration, away. So that freed up a few more slots. Hopefully my inventory doesn't fill up faster. Of course, in the event that eggs keep wanting to fill up my inventory, we're going to do that. I'm also going to want to reset spawn point real fast. I also don't yet know if I'm going to set up a nether portal out here, or if it would be better to set up a nether portal in the nether and then link it up with this overworld one. It's raining. I didn't sleep last night. What was I saying about resetting the weather timer? I was kind of wondering why it was getting dark, because it was still daytime. There you go, there's the rain. The silent rain. Sounds like the name of a horror short story. The Silent Rain. I don't know what it would be about. Something to do with rain. Alright, well, while we are here, let's drop down a couple torches. Alright, we're all good. I see. I don't think I was at the bottom. Yeah, because I came from here. Oh, I see. So it's one super long ravine and I explored half of it. We're getting there. We're almost at the bottom. Purple Rain the song or Purple Rain the firework? I also don't know what I'm going to do with all this dripstone, but I kind of like it, so we're going to pick it up. It suits my my gray and brown build style. I don't know when I'll make things more colorful. After we got the 1.13 coral, well, I guess the coral has to be in water to stay colorful. Otherwise, after then, I don't know when we get a lot of colored blocks. Because 1.12 added the concrete and stuff, concrete and concrete powder. 1.13 added coral. This looks like a good place to go down. I'm trying to think what other super colorful additions there were, because all I can really think were wood types. We get mangrove wood, the pale garden, or what's it called? The pale oak wood. We get bamboo stuff, bamboo planks, and cherry blossom as well. Oops. I didn't mean for that to fall. Oh, you seeing what I'm seeing? I'm seeing a drop. And I also saw some iron, some very special iron I need to collect. Let's not go that way. Change my mind. As of right now, Android is most likely what I'm doing next. Oh, I picked up... I thought I picked that up. Maybe it just broke. I don't know how to pick up the glow lichen. Anyways, we are here because I need that iron, so we're going to swap to Soak Touch real fast. Oh yeah, hold on. Can I pick up Deep Slate? Okay. So I do need Soak Touch for this. I wonder, can you use it for any sort of crafting? Also don't need regular iron ore. Oops. Let's put that back. How about I swap those? There's not going to be any wood down here. I don't know how much of this iron ore I'm going to need, but 4 blocks of Grimstone iron ore should be all good. Alright, so I feel like I should change the textures of those, but that's a problem for future me. Oh look, hold on, here's some tough. Do you need... Okay, nothing special. I also see some of that grass. Alright, that's a cave for future me. What we're gonna do first is not go that way. Maybe I should build with tough more often. This fits my gray and brown building style. I'll try to use Soak Touch on this while I can. We are indeed going down. Alright, so I'm gonna take a guess and see. Shears. There we go, now I have glow lichen. You need shears, right? Yeah, you do. That just felt right. In terms of if it's another type of plant, like vines or tall grass, you need shears for those. I think that might be a lava lake. Oh no, there's just some lava there. Alright, so much stuff around here. I've been kind of liking this cave so far. It's nice and small. It means when we find a massive cavern, the look will be impressive. And then I'll very quickly start getting tired of exploring that massive amount of area. Excuse me. I wonder if there's a way to disable damage from the falling stalactites. I wonder if there's a way to prevent that. Oop. Hello. Now we're still right at stone layer. Oop. Hello. I see red dust. Unfortunately, most of this is going to have to stay as an ore. Alright, so we have iron, lapis, red dust. Where's the coal at? I don't even know if we can get naturally spawning Grimstone coal. We had this discussion not that long ago, and it's because coal doesn't spawn at the right layers. Because of, if coal spawns too high up, then it's never going to naturally generate this far down. I'm pretty sure the ore exists, I just don't know if I have a way to get it in survival. There was a mod years ago that I saw. There might still be a version of that around today. There was a mod a long time ago where you can combine ores with stone and it would give you the ore block. That way you did not need to use Silk Touch to get the ore. I feel like this is one of those times where such a feature would be useful. There's gold as we take on Baby Zomble. There's another one. Alright, well, let's get the goods here. So yeah, next we need diamond and emerald. I want to say, though, Grimstone emerald ore has got to be hard to find. I don't know where they spawn at. I guess in this case it would be Grimstone ruby ore. So many name changes. Oop. Alright, where are we? Negative 13, that's it. We're only at negative 13. Feels like we should be down at negative 30 or so. Okay, I could probably stop it with that. Although, if I just keep picking up the ore, then that'll save me space. Because picking up the raw ores are just going to fill up my inventory faster if I use Fortune. Aha! You found a nice big open area. I almost wonder if I'm going to have to go back to the 21W 13A caves. Because those are different than the caves we have in here. I wonder if I'll have to go back there to find the Grimstone coal ore or the easier access to the Grimstone emerald. Pretty sure Grimstone diamond as well, assuming by this point that they... Oh, nope, maybe not. Because I know diamonds have reduced air exposure by the time 1.18 is fully released. Let's take on the zombies. And this now just about fills out all the ores, all the new ones I should say. This cave isn't so bad. At first I thought it was going to be larger, but as I look around, I guess it's not as much. Here, come on, hit the green bean, hit the green bean. Can I get a record? Too late. He was going to go boom. See, that's one of the things with these big caves. I just have the urge to light up everything. But with how large they are, it's very difficult to light up everything. And so it just sits there in the back of my brain. Maybe when we head back to the outpost, I'll pull up the chart. I'll pull up the full list of items, blocks and items that 1.17 adds. The mountains were 1.18. We're also not technically supposed to have these 1.18 styled caves. But the reason why we have them is I'm using a data pack that expands the world. Because the snapshot from yesterday, 21W13A, had larger worlds. It had the 1.18 world size compared to 1.17. So what I had to do, I see torches over there. So what I had to do was make sure to keep the world size larger. So that's the reason why we have almost 1.18 caves in 1.17. Because otherwise the cave system would be very similar to 1.16, but with extra stuff. So yeah, 1.18 under normal circumstances change the caves and the surface. Except we still have the old 1.16 surface for the most part, other than caves. Other than caves that are on the surface, perhaps. Hello. Lots of bad guys. I don't think, because I'm pretty sure it's a 1.18 thing. I'm pretty sure that when 1.18 rolls around, there are going to be less mobs in caves I've lit up down below because they're only going to naturally spawn in light level of 0. They needed more development time for the overhauled surface and cave generation. That's the reason why 1.17 focused on the blocks and items, and 1.18 had the terrain generation to go with it. So many bad guys. Oh, I'm getting really hungry. I didn't realize that. Oops. Let's just heal up real fast. .9 healing is great. I still think back to how slow healing was from beta 1.8 to release 1.8. Gone are those days. This is like the transition to a whole new era, it feels like. 1.17 is the transition between 1.16 and 1.18. Peekaboo, I see you. Alright, look at this. You could almost fit a whole little mining village in here. In fact, I think you could fit a whole mining village in here. The thing with this cave is it's not super expansive, but there's still a lot of volume available. Not important. It can wait. We're still just below the surface. If I'm seeing stone up there, we're not far down deep enough. We need to go deeper, says the Minecraft achievement. I don't even know if the modern advancement is still called that. I could verify real fast. Nether brings summer clothes. I don't even know what that means. I'm not seeing the portal on here. There's no way. Okay, so it is still called We Need to Go Deeper. Cool. There we are, good old-fashioned caves. Although, not a lot going on in here. Pretty soon, it'll be time to head back. Partly because our inventory is getting full, but also because I'm running low on torches. Look at that, though. I wonder if I could do a quick mad dash through here. We have to deal with 5 green beans, though. They're all in the way. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Oops. I saw that arrow. That's not cool. Come on, buddy, I'm working here. No green beans being harmed during the making of this video is certified falsehood. The 18 sulfur I have in my inventory tells a different story. Oh, I was really hoping that this lava here would go down to a proper lava lake, because once we start seeing lava, the lava tubes at the bottom of the world, that's when we're getting close. But we are still at negative 29. We're only halfway there. Negative 58 would put us right above the bedrock at the bottom of the world. That's a lot of tough. Insert gif of 10th Doctor saying tough here. That's a buzz that important? Probably not if it's what I expect it to be. No, I can wait. What was I saying before about people buzzing me most during stream times? Oh, I see you. Alright, let's get the goods. Oh, I filled up on Grimstone already. Picked up a whole stack of it. At least I can always go back and collect cobbled Grimstone. Collecting Grimstone in its raw form is more difficult. I want the gold ore. While I'm here, I might as well pick it up. Hello. I wonder how blast resistant this is. I feel like, I know for sure it's harder than stone, but I wonder how many get destroyed when a green bean goes boom right next to it. Alright, nom. We're gonna eat that real fast. Don't need to heal up, but it would be good to get my saturation on the rise again. But now with our last 16 torches, we're gonna need to start trying to find a way out of here. That's one of the things that happen when you end up getting lost down here in the deep dark. We're not in the deep dark yet, but when you end up being lost in the lower section of the world, that just means you have even more you have to dig up when you do choose to staircase. Alright. Is anything important? It can wait. We got another hour to go. So I'm thinking, I guess try to follow the trail of torches. The chances of me finding an area that goes up. I guess if I just place this down now real fast. Hello. There's a little bit of water that is surprisingly small. I wonder what happened here. I feel like the aquifers tend to be larger. Oh, hold on. Can we make it to the bottom of the world right through here? Just about. Hooray, we made it. I feel better. I've now witnessed lava level way down here at negative 54. And I didn't realize how dark it got. Oops. Peekaboo. No, thank you. Alright, let me just mad dash this way real fast. I don't think I'll find anything special. Was a server lag spike? Are we loading up new chunks? There's no way I wandered super far, right? A stack of bones, stack of arrows. Have I really been taking on that many skelly bums? That's not cool. I don't even know which direction I'm going right now. Oh, I do know exactly which direction I'm going. It's kind of nice, though, that there is just enough light to see what's going on around here. What I was kind of hoping to find, though, was a mine shaft. Because I will say what you want about the caves, but seeing the mine shafts in these very open caverns, rather cool. I find them more cool than just finding regular mine shafts that you see underground. Come on, hit the green bean. Too late. I feel like I'm gonna start leaving stuff behind. Well, one thing's for sure. Oh, looky there. Glow squid. I didn't realize they had emissive lighting on them. I guess it kind of makes sense since spider eyes and enderman eyes have emissive lighting. So they already have emissive lighting support for entities. Is that a chunk border? That's not a chunk border. It just looked like it. Alright, well, we definitely found an area that's different than what we've seen before. There's also a stream lag spike. Oops. My fault. That's a buzz that important. It can wait. Alright, so I don't have any more sticks. That's not true. I do have sticks. I brought more sticks with me and I forgot. Oops. I've been running around in the dark when I haven't been needing to. Oopsies. I just have to find the coal real fast. Can't be too far, right? Like, how hard could it be to find coal? How is that not a chunk border? I haven't seen any lush caves. I don't even know what their generation is like in this version. But we found a little bit of coal, so this will at least get things brighter for you guys. Oh, you know what? I have to do that real fast. Oh, hold on. How about I do this instead? Alright. Let's shine some light on the subject. I can see again, and I see the coal up here. You're the one that keeps pew pew pewing. Alright, is there any other coal around here? We'll keep the sticks in the offhand, and no more than the stack of torches in our main hand. What's that purple crown thing? Howdy, potato, welcome back. I need to set up an FAQ. YouTube set up some sort of XP system for messages, and so people who send the most amount of messages based on whatever sort of time constraints. We're assuming there's a cooldown here, but it increments in 25 XP increments, and we're trying to figure out how it works as well. This was something they rolled out, I think, last week. Oh man, I need more coal. I don't need that spider, alright. Doop. Alright, so we go... we go up. I'm thinking... So we're underneath a desert. I think I know where in the desert we are. Or I should say I don't know where in the desert, I know which desert we are in. So let me just place all that down real fast. We need to go that way. How about I try to cross this area? I gotta say, the different areas, the different flooded areas at different levels, like how this is way up here, and then you got the next water level down there. I do really like that feature. That way it's not all water at a same level. Alright, anyways, we go this way. And if this ends up flooding, that's okay, because there's just more water here. Alright, time to find the exit. Because I'm pretty sure we wandered very far south compared to where we were initially. That explained the lag spike as it generated new terrain. All this stuff left behind I'll have to pick up. Could probably put that away. What are we at though? 45. Hello. Didn't think I'd be picking that up. Yeah, I don't know how the XP system works. If it is a random cooldown, that's equally unintuitive. I'm gonna keep saying that. Hello. Didn't think we'd be popping out right around here. I don't know where here is, but we'll find out on the surface. As the Zella Moon goes down. Hello. Let's just plop these real fast. And no. Say no to zombies. So we need to keep going that way. Because that's the direction of whatever outpost I have so far, I think. You know what? I should be smart. I can't see anywhere I've been so far. Let me build this up real fast. And yep, there's my outpost. It was sitting on the other side of the desert hill. We certainly wandered far. Alright, and we splashed down. I tuck and rolled. I just did it so fast y'all didn't see. Did you know rolling in the real world negates all fall damage? Don't try it, just take my word for that. That's what the movies do. Alright, so how to get up there? I probably will try to make some sort of pathway with this little hill here, although I think I might smooth it out some. Being a cat also negates all fall damage. Oh, I realized it stopped raining. Alright, so what I can do is toss all of this real fast. Alright, fill that back up. Alright, is there anything that really needs cooking? I could cook up more copper. Or I could start cooking up this iron I have. Oh yeah, with these sticks, let me grab the coal. That's better. Yeah, the Zala Moon is set for the day. I should say it's set for the night, since you only see it at night. These can be combined. So what we're going to do, y'all are going to watch some iron cook, because now my current plan is to start watching, or I should say look up where are all the different blocks I need. Do, 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 do. Alright, candles. I need to get candles as well. And I need to find the lush stuff. Oh boy. Alright, so block of copper, cut copper stairs. Block of amethyst, budding amethyst, calcite, tough, copper. Is there any? Yeah, there is. I probably should have grabbed. Yeah, I'll still have the opportunity to grab regular stuff. All right, grimstone, polished grimstone, chiseled grimstone, grimstone bricks, grimstone tiles. What? Nothing else has a tile before. Why did this one? There we got slabs, stairs, walls. It really is 3 different block types. You've got all the versions of copper, all the versions of grimstone, all the versions of the grimstone ores. I guess technically you do also have the amethyst stuff. Oh yeah, and I'll need to work on the block of the raw ores. Added in 21W15A. So I didn't have this yesterday, but I have it today now. Alright, cool. I'll need to make sure to make those as well. Howdy to you as well, welcome back. Well, we are indeed cooking plenty of iron. Let me just grab a little bit of this now. Oh, that's nice, that's exactly what I need. Except that's going to throw off the smelting process. Oh wait, I don't have any of the gold. What I'll probably do is just dig up some of these. 2 is good enough, right, with Fortune 3? Nope, maybe not. Alright, there we go. Alright, now, before I forget, we're going to make all of these raw blocks, because if I don't do it now, I will forget to do it later. I'm going to need a dedicated chest for the stuff I need to take back with me, because I'll need the ores. So in fact, hold on, let me just do this real fast. Iron, gold. I didn't grab any of the copper. Oops. But then I have lapis, red dust, diamond. I might even make multiple chests for this. Alright, let me start figuring out what next. What's next is probably sort out my stuff. Need more chests. In fact, what I might end up doing, we're going to move this one. Oh, that's not my axe. When this furnace is done, I'll need to move it over. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me place that back real fast. Because what I currently plan on doing is making an additional furnace. We're gonna boop that there. I'll put the crafting table in the middle as this one slides to the left. But first, let me start cleaning up this area because this is where we are going to work. Alright, toss that. And what else can I do? So over here, I believe I'll just start grabbing all the blocks. You know what, maybe I'll have a dedicated ores chest as well, which means, let me just deconstruct all that real fast. 2 blocks tall. Alright, so let me grab the ores, because these ores are going to go in their own chest. So it's going to be blocks, items, ores, and probably something else. I'll figure that out when I get there. Let me just toss all this first, and then I'll sort it later. Alright, time to make my feel better. That's not what I was looking for. Oops. Well, maybe I'll make this one the blocks chest. So everything that's an item. I should say everything that renders is 2D. We're going to keep these items down there because... Or I guess what I could do is I could put these into the last chest for now. Because maybe this is the one I'll use to sort out everything that's going back home with me. There we go, much better. Alright, so let me start. We've got coal, iron, a lot of copper, gold, lapis, red dust. I guess we'll keep the diamond up there. So then over here, let me just move all this over. So then I'll also need one of each of these. For the brimstone, I'll probably figure out all the different variations. Because I can put that down there as well with the tough stuff. Or I should say the amethyst and whatnot. Alright, so let me see that. I'm pretty sure the budding amethyst cannot be moved. Unobtainable by survival. It also breaks when pushed by a piston. Yeah, I'm not going to have a way to pick that up normally. Unless there's a way that it used to. No, because they never had the ability to be acquired. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. So, how's the iron doing? That's done. Says that one thingy. There we go. Now it's symmetrical. Makes me feel better. That one's full, that one's full. Alright, what's next? Next is, I guess I'll start cooking up more of the copper. Alright, coolio. I have torches, but we are going to grab more sticks. I think it's time to head back down there. So I need to make sure to grab... I'll need to grab a lot more copper. And also a lot more of the grimstone. Grimstone and cobbled grimstone. Because I'm going to need to spend a lot of it trying to create all the different block variations. I also need to see how to make a candle. That's just a honeycomb and string, so I can make that at any time. I guess that's a colorful block, because the candle has undyed, plus the 16 colors. Glowberries. Can glowberries be planted? Yeah, when we find one of the lush areas, that's how I'll start finding the stuff. I don't know where to look for it, though. I'll figure that out later. And tinted glass. So there are indeed several more features I'll have to find. I don't have any sticks, but that's okay. I made more, although an unsatisfactory amount. Alright, I think now we are all set. So while we're here, how about I place down some of the torches to light up this area better? We're gonna do one more cave exploration journey, which will probably take up the rest of the stream. So that'll mean tomorrow we start building and stuff. We start working on a proper outpost. I think it would also be wise, while I'm here before I leave, I think it would be wise to grab obsidian, because I'll want the obsidian to make another portal, even if I don't use the nether portal. The Zelamoon has indeed returned. Alright, let me just take out Mr. Skellybum real fast. Then we'll catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. And I guess Mr. Zomble as well. Oops. Alright. Z all the way home as the tiny Zelamoon rises. Hello. And this is why I'm lighting up the area, to prevent stuff like that from showing up. Eventually though, it would be nice to have something sitting on top of the hill, as well as something sitting down here beneath the hill. So yeah, let me just look real fast if there's any way to get the Grimstone coal ore, because I don't think so. So as of 21W10A, coal ore can no longer generate in fossils below 0. Now triangles spread for 21W07A between 96 and 0. I don't know what block the whatchamacallit spawns at, though. I don't know what block Grimstone starts spawning at. I don't know if it's 0 or -1. Because if it spawns at 0, there is such a tiny possibility for me to find it. Alright, well either way, I'll need to find regular copper ore, of which I just did. Oops, do not get rid of the axe. That is very valuable. Alright, so we're just gonna grab some of this real fast. Oops. That's okay. I don't know how much I'll need. I can always get more from these newer areas. I just realized I forgot to grab the lower variation. In fact, I don't even think I remembered to grab. Where does it spawn at? Because is there not Grimstone Deep Slate? Or Grimstone Copper? Alright, so it is possible. I believe. I don't know what level it spawns at. Oh, spawns at 0? Oh boy. It's going to be difficult to find as well. Oi! So they really did add the Grimstone variations of every ore, but for natural generation, it's just very unlikely. Man, don't destroy my torch. These things are expensive. Not really, but it feels that way. Boop. I wonder what it feels like. Hold on, I want to try some. Ah, never mind, there was only one block lower. I was kind of hoping there would be a wall here where I could just go through and go, wee. Looks like, though, there are indeed lots of magma blocks down there. Might not be very helpful. We're going to go down and explore anyway. You know what these flooded caves feel like? These flooded caves kind of feel like the old caves from Endev. Man, there's a lot of stuff down here. Alright, mistakes might have been made, but that's okay. Glow lichen can be waterlogged. I was bamboozled. Oh, here's our exit. And now I have no idea where I am. I just know I started going back south. So this right here, this very expansive cave system that we're looking at, this is what it feels like. What a lot of the super large caves from 1.18 feel like. Fight! Oh, the spider's gonna lose. I'm here to collect resources. I'm not here to collect mob drops. Although with all this exploration and all these bad guys I'm taking on, certainly what I'm doing. I don't know if that gravel's fooling or not, so we're not going to put a torch on top of it. We're at 22, still a little too high compared to where I want to be. The green beans continue. Come on, I just need a nice safe area where I can eat without any concern of them popping up on me. Kind of hoping to knock him off, but no natural knockback. Alright, well, while I'm here, let's get our saturation up. Alright, where are the goods, I should say. I feel like this area has a high amount of aquifers, though. That's not fully what I'm looking for. Now, flooded caves are cool to look at, but they're not very convenient to navigate. And there might be a pathway back there. Boop. Alright, let's head down here. Place your bets now. Think we'll find a cave at the bottom that leads someplace good? I don't feel like taking on the bad guys. We're just going to start moving. Oh, this time there was, but does it lead to someplace good? That's the question. While I'm here, I could probably start picking up more of the stuff. Seems like it's leading someplace good so far. Here we go. Nice big Grimstone underground. Hooray, hooray. You know it'd be nice to find, though? A geode. I could use some amethyst. Hello. You know what? I was supposed to make a water bucket. I never did because I needed the obsidian. Sad times, sad times. I guess I'll do that later. Well, since I already picked up all the ores other than copper, all the Grimstone variations, I'll probably just focus on using my regular pickaxe here. Which means I think I could put away Soak Touch. I'll also need to find more coal, which means I've missed my chance. Guess we gotta go up for that. I need coal to make more torches, because we're already getting low here. I spent most of the torches I had getting down here. It feels like, I don't know if this is true or not, but it feels like there are less random water and lava individual blocks. It feels like, at least with the regular cave system, you could very frequently find source water and lava blocks. But way down here, it feels like they're not as common. I don't know if that's true or not. It very well be that because there's more vertical space that they can spawn in, you find less of them. Alright, let me just dig in here real fast. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna happen. Oi. Calcite. Calcite what we need. I don't know where we're gonna find a geode, but I can't leave the outpost until we find one. I want to make sure I get everything on the to-do list. There's lava up there. I need to collect everything on the block collection list that I can before we leave the area. And I hope this goes back up. Yeah, I'm at negative 28. Oh yeah, I see stone. Ow. I'm coming for the coal. That's lapis. Alright, time to fight. I'm not seeing any more coal. That's rather unfortunate because I have all the sticks on here with me. I should have thought about the requirement that coal spawns that high up. I guess we're gonna have to walk around in darkness a little bit more. What are we at? 25 minutes left of the day. There's more water I see. I also see a green bean, but does he see me? Yeah, he does. Boop. Boop. It's very, very difficult to see whatever I'm looking at around here. Of course, I know on the tube it's going to be even harder to see because compression of dark colors and all that. No, I need that light. Thank you. I need to be up there. But up there, that's one random floating block. Up there does not have any walkable surfaces. It's just ceiling. Excuse me, Mr. Enderman. I think I'll take you on because now that I'm not... Oh, there's two of them. Because now that I'm not trying to maximize inventory space availability, I could use the ender pearls. I was right, there were two. Boop. Oh, got him. Nom 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 nom. Gotta heal up real fast. Make sure to eat well, kids. And all that stuff. I wonder if I can. Huzzah! At least we're back in the stone era. Come on, Cole, I believe in you. At this point, I'm totally lost. I'm going all over the place. I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. That's flooded. That's not cool. Come on, just one coal ore would make me feel better. As much as I like my caves going down, this is one of those times I want the cave to go up. I saw that copper ore, but that's not quite what I need. I wonder if the shape of coal ore distribution starts out high, and as you go lower, it becomes lower. Oop, hold on, what is this? Is this just what I think it is? Yeah. Sad times. Alright, so what we're going to do... I'm going in the opposite direction of where I wanted to be. Oops, we're going to go back this way. So what we are going to do, we're going to get a staircase going. Even though the inventory is not full yet. I don't feel like dealing with them. Bye. Oh, this whole place is flooded. That's what happened. Do 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 do. Any goods up here you think I'll find? At least now I'm much higher up. Saves me needing to dig out a staircase. I'm starting to miss the old coal ore availability. Up! We found something else though. Hooray, hooray, I'll need to come back here. This tunnel is important. Except I'm not seeing any of the coal I need. Is this another one? Oh my gosh, it is. There are two geodes right here. That is super useful. Alright. So, now I really need to find coal. There's smooth basalt. Did I already pick some of that up before? Hello. Alright, so I sit here and I think, and I think we did not take this path yet. Aha! Finally! It's finally looking better around here. Because now I can do this. Y'all don't have to squint anymore. We can see. Oi. Oh, that's so much better. Alright, so now that we are here, and I can see what I'm doing, let me just start grabbing all of this. This will also help me try to find even more coal. Alright, so that goes up. That'll be useful. But while we are here, I'm trying to remember what I need. I want to say the budding amethyst ever so slowly starts popping out the crystals, and I think I need silk touch to collect the clusters. Although I don't know how full they have to be, because this one's rather small, which means I think I might have to wait around a while. These chunks will need to be loaded for a bit, and let's find out. Do I need? All right, so to collect regular amethyst blocks. Oops. To collect amethyst blocks, I don't need anything in particular. But yeah, while we are here, we're going to collect all this stuff. I'll do my best to leave the budding blocks alone, since I don't have a way to do anything with those currently. So here's one. This geode's all nice and taken care of now. Let's just plop down some torches. So then with this one here, the other one was... I'm trying to remember. I don't think it was next to the water. Yeah, I was down one of these tunnels. So nice that I can see now. Hooray, hooray. I'm sure y'all like being able to see as well. Was it this way? Yeah, I was right. Alright, cool. Now I can see which blocks not to get rid of, as I just totally obliterate this. Alright, let's start lighting this up real fast here. Alright, and this one looks complete. Yep. I think this one's complete as well. Alright, that puts us at 3. I don't know how long it takes for the growth stage. What are we at? 32. We are at a river. Ocean, beach. Alright, so we've already passed the desert then at this point. Yeah, while we're here, let me just collect all this real fast. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this calcite, but hey, at least now I have it. So that's now taking care of most of our blocks. I can't deconstruct, right? Nah, too easy. I think now we might be all good to start trying to find our way out of here. Let me just head back to the other cluster real fast. I think it's this way. Yep. If I can grab one more. I think this one might be full, potentially. Let me just make sure. Oh, they're different stages. Medium, large, and then the cluster. They're small. What? Why are there different cluster sizes? Do they all grow up? Or do they have to be on the thingy? So small, medium, large, and then the cluster. Well, at least now I have one of each. So if I just click on the cluster, Alright, so if I need the shards, how do I get the shards? Alright, so it looks like fortune. I'd use fortune on the cluster. We'll wait around though, because we'll have to keep the chunks in this area loaded some more. Alright, let me find the way out of here. I have a plan for how I want to get out. Let me just make sure that I'm going in the right way. Because what I'm kind of wanting to do is it that tunnel? Maybe not. One of the tunnels around here. Maybe it is. Let me... Hello, Zombo. I'm really hoping this leads to the surface. That would spark joy. Alright, what bomb are we in? Alright, so I need to go this way. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna staircase, but thankfully we're not too far beneath the surface. Ah, water. That's unfortunate. Let me grab cobblestone and we're gonna mark this. We have about 12 minutes or so left of the day. Wow, so I've done a lot of exploration between way over there to there and now this pillar. These are quite a lot of different... There's a lot of surface. In fact, I should say, because of how deep the caves go now, there's a lot of volume that we've explored between these areas. You can make a calibrated skulk sensor. There's more than one skulk sensor. Oh, booey. Oh, let me just see. Because the skulk sensor itself was added. I don't think there's a way to get it in survival, though. So in 1.18, they're available through creative. Alright, so it looks like I'll have to wait a little bit until 1.19 when I could properly get one. It's available in creative later. So I guess they were just around during testing, but not until later that it'll be full usage. Oh wait, where am I going? This is where I need to be. Hooray, hooray. Alright, so let me just grab all this real fast. So for what we've got going on here, we have tough, calcite, smooth basalt. Although I'm pretty sure smooth basalt was already added before. Let me just verify whether or not. Oh, there's powdered snow as well. How do you get powdered snow? I think you need a bucket. I don't even know if there's a way to acquire it. Can only be obtained using a bucket. So yeah, that means I have to find it. Alright, well anyways. We don't have much time left. I'll not look it up. Yo to you as well, howdy. Okay, so it looks like the top fans list does indeed have more. So either way, I'm gonna take smooth basalt back. Don't worry, I've learned a lot about 1.17 as well. Alright, so now I have a copper ore. So that can go back with me. Oh yeah, block, cluster, large, medium, small. Doop. So I believe I put the rest of the blocks away. That copper's done cooking. Put the rest of the items away. I'm gonna make more torches. You know what? I think it's time to find one of the caves around here and go coal mining. Because now we have very little coal. Alright. So yeah, so much for starting to work on the outpost. We need coal. Thankfully, there are lots of caves around here, such as, boop, this area. So as long as I don't start wandering too far down into the caves, I'll continue to find plenty of coal. One of these days I'll need to go back and look at the ore distribution charts. Maybe try to memorize some of the details. So much for not trying to wander too far down. Oh hey, this is where I've wanted to be. So this is how I can get in here. I don't know what I'll do, but I plan on utilizing this cave as some sort of thingy. Some sort of extension of the outpost. There we go, we're already doing better on coal. I think what we'll do, we'll start lighting up this area, because this is a little dark. We already have something bad down here. I didn't even see where that spider came from. Nope. Say no to green beans. Man, there's a lot of them down here. See, this is why I want to light it up. Boop, boop, boop. Oopsies. Double oopsies. There we go. Alright, I have this side all done. I guess if this is where the land is, I don't really need to light up the overhang itself. I'll spend the torches where they're better needed first. Mobs can spawn there, though. So yeah, this is kinda similar to an overhang I have in my beta 1.8 world, where particularly it has a not too tall mountain, and then underneath the overhang is a bunch of water. And so I'll probably take some inspiration from that for when I do building down here. But thankfully we have time. In fact, we have a couple weeks we're going to be spending over here, my current estimations. I wanted to make the outpost feel suitable. I'm very happy with how the jungle outpost turned out, but it is kind of small. I'm hoping to do more here. But yeah, this is going to be our equivalent of enjoying new terrain, since this is the newest terrain we have. So I hope to turn it into a full outpost. Something proper. And hopefully at some point we'll get around to enjoying the 1.18 terrain. But that'll be far into the future with how I want to space all this out. And the chickens just keep going. Maybe I should start a chicken farm around here. I don't know what I'll do with all the eggs. I'm really sad that to this day, you can't cook an egg in a furnace and have a cooked egg. That makes me really sad. Because having eggs you could just eat would be nice. Oh well. Alright, so now I feel better. I can start putting all this stuff away. We'll reset the weather timer. And now I have more coal. We're only gonna go until 1.17.1. In fact, here, let me make more torches. And this is why I need more coal. Which means in the morning we're gonna collect more coal. There you go. Alright. Oops, you don't see me. Mr. Skellybum does not see me. I'm not here. I don't feel like dealing with you. The amount of bones and arrows I've acquired, and this is only my first day over here. I don't need all this. So, we're just gonna ignore him. Oh, this is starting to drop real fast. This cave almost feels like an in-depth cave with how thin it is. Maybe I should be picking up more glow lichen. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this glow lichen, but I'm sure eventually I'll find something to do with it. We can find lapis way up here. Maybe they changed lapis spawning rates. I don't know what I'll do with all this lapis, but I could always use more with the amount I've spent. I could also use more for my lapis biome, although that requires redstone. Let me pick all this up. Alright, time to bail. I'm getting hungry already. Num 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 num. I feel like with how far I've traveled down in the cave system below, what would end up happening is any sort of cave entrance I would find up here, any cave entrance that goes down far enough, I feel like there's a very good chance it just leads into the cave system I've already explored a lot of. No, this is not cool, but I'll take the iron anyway. Yeah, we have just a wee little bit amount of time left. I'm kind of hoping to just light up a lot of these caves around here. Because now I don't want to go too far down. I'd rather stick to the surface. This was like a ravine. This probably was. The schedule has indeed not changed. Every once in a while, we get an off day where something happens. That's not today. It's probably not going to be tomorrow either. Tomorrow should be a regular Friday. Hello. Yeah, I believe time to start saying your final thoughts as I try to clean out this cave up top here. So yeah, if y'all have final thoughts, start saying them now as we start wrapping it up. We'll be back again tomorrow, because now I sort of have an outpost going. I at least know where I'll be living for the time being. So we'll see how much more exploration we have to do, but it seems like we've already tackled most of the blocks that we need to acquire for the block museum. So that's indeed all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.